Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined as always by Producer Todd.
What's up?
Producer Todd.
What's up?
And Mike Kruger.
Welcome to primetime, bitch.
It's good to see you, gentlemen.
It's not good to see you, Dan.
It's always good to see me. Everybody loves seeing me. You get to see me twice tonight.
That's why I'm pissed off.
To be fair, that was on you, Kruger. You did cover.
I know. I can't
got away with once.
Now I gotta fucking deal with this shit for 2 shows.
We got vampires. We got Sasquatch fucking. It's a big night. It's a good variety tonight, I think. So yeah. I'm happy. I'm excited. Lots of cool stuff going on this week. I forgot to pimp it on the last show, but we will have a live Friday night Hat Man for you guys. It'll be a big one, collection update, and you can hang out with me for my birthday.
I was gonna say Dan's gonna eat his own birthday cake live from the back.
Ew.
I don't even know what that means, but
I don't get it.
Is he gonna shove it in the back and then eat it?
How would you insert a birthday cake? It wouldn't.
Like, you just need the hand, like, dude. So you scoop your hand under the slice, right? And then
it's not a slice.
No, and then you open the cheeks, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, we're starting early.
Yeah. There you go. I'm sure there's a how-to on the internet, but
I just gave it to you.
What up, Dirk, Slaughter, Zombie, Punisher, Brian, everybody in the chat tonight? Good to see you.
Glad to see my girlfriend hasn't joined yet.
Oh well, yeah, maybe not the best time. Food, erotica, but she'll jump in right for the Sasquatch erotica most likely. It's not going to get any better tonight, guys. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. I was trying to think if we had any news tonight. I don't know that we do really, except we do have a last minute horror pack unboxing. The man with the box once again.
A no docs box.
The no docs box. I'm curious to see what's in the box.
Yeah,
well, you're gonna
make yourself big and open your box, Todd.
Well, you know what we got to do before that.
There you go. Insert the cake.
We got to guess what's in the box.
Oh, yes. Shit. Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
There's no do-over for the dead. I have no fucking clue. God,
I'm not even gonna try.
That's so vague.
Yes, yeah. It's Evil Dead. There we go. Okay, let's go to 2.
Yeah. Let's go to 2.
No do-over for the dead. I'm trying to think,
dude. Like that's fucking.
It could be a school reference, maybe like the Detention of the Dead or something.
Oh wait, is there any kind of a do-over for the dead? Nightmare Man is what Ben's saying. Is there any kind of like time loop? Dead?
Oh, maybe Dead Zone.
That's a time loop.
No,
and they've already done Happy Death Day.
Yeah, but with Dead Zone, isn't it like
Flatliners?
Well,
Ben
I guess
says
Talking to the Dead. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right, Kruger. So that may be what anyone in the chat.
Well, and with Dead Zone, it's like
Flatliners, True Crimes,
or maybe a Final Destination.
Yeah, that's a strong possibility too. All right, let's see. What's our next one?
Yeah.
Or Smile. Dragging around the remains of your relationship is deadly. Warm Bodies?
Yeah.
They've done that.
I don't remember Warm Bodies if I've gotten it from them. I don't know. No, I haven't gotten it from them, so that's possible.
Other than Warm Bodies,
I'd say Necromantic, but I don't think it's that.
I mean, yeah,
my boyfriend's back.
I don't know. I'm saying Warm Bodies, or I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Burying the Ex.
Yeah,
it's RLJ too, so that's a
that's true.
That's another one I thought they did, but I guess I'm wrong.
Well, I own it, but I didn't do. Again, I didn't do the first. I don't know, 15, 20 packages, so I don't know.
Okay.
I know what the exclusives were, but definitely not in my time.
Life After Beth. Well, Lisa Frankenstein would be great, but that just came out.
Yeah,
so
I know they're trying to improve them. I don't know if they've gotten that far, but that works for the clue because I thought it too.
A slice of life film that cuts to the bone. The staircases, does that symbolize something?
No, it's just, I think it's just, I don't think so.
I was gonna say stop motion, but like that definitely doesn't have Blu-ray yet. So
no, it's still pre-order. I don't know. We're failing tonight.
I know.
These are bullshit.
All right, let's see the last one.
Definitely not Taylor Swift. What the fuck is that?
Okay, this one we should be able to figure out. It's a name of, I guarantee it's going to be the name of a Taylor Swift song in a horror movie.
HorrorPack just
Where's
got
Bugs
fucking
when we need him, goddammit. It's like the one time we need his Taylor Swift knowledge. Can we get Kat Martini on the phone?
Is she a Taylor Swift fan too?
Yes.
There's a lot of people I wouldn't expect.
And Rob is a Swiftie.
Rob's a Swiftie.
Black for Swifties, come on.
Yeah, man.
Do you not? No, do not disrespect like that.
I'm just surprised.
Do you not remember him dancing to boy bands in the 90s, 2000s? Is it not unexpected?
I guess so. That's okay. Hey, she's very popular. She brings them all in.
Okay.
Not a fan. I don't hate her though. So I kind of hate the fan base, but definitely not Rob or Kat or any of the cool people.
Or Pugs.
But all right. Well,
those
are the worst
the
clues
normal women who
ever. Worst clues ever, HorrorPack.
Well, let's see if we get any of them. We did give some guesses, so they're not the worst. Let's open it up.
Yeah, well, make yourself big, Todd.
I will. Out of the way.
All right, let's see.
All right, our first one. A sticker.
That's what she said.
Till death.
Till death. Actually, you know what? That's if you haven't seen it. I know you have, Todd, but solid movie.
Blow me. I will never.
I know you were the fan of it. I'm glad. I don't know this, and well, I probably wouldn't have bought it if it didn't come in this.
Probably, and it's not saying much, but probably the best movie Megan Fox ever did.
Over Jennifer's Body, you can suck my dick from the back.
Jennifer's Body.
Suck my dick from the back, Dan. That movie's good.
All right. Well, while these two argue about that, we're going to go to our next movie and see what the heck it is. Oh, my friend.
Wow. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, that's a really good movie. That one's really, really good.
I actually have never seen it.
No. Oh, you'll be intrigued. You'll have to check it out.
It's also a graphic novel written by a guy who went to high school with them. It's more the lead up to the murders.
Yeah, it's more of his origin story that is.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting though, because like I love the show. I thought the show was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, this is kind of like the setup to it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's see. So 2 for 2. We're good so far. Let's see.
Yeah, both really good movies.
Oh, another one I like that no one else liked.
I hated that
Christina
movie.
Ricci's I remember.
I like her, but yeah, I was disappointed.
I did like this one. I think I was the only one, but I
what?
didn't buy it, so I'm glad. I'm going 3 for 3 on this back.
I could be mistaken, but I thought that was DVD only until maybe now.
It it
came out on Blue for sure.
Okay.
That's just Dan's way of saying he doesn't have it.
I don't have it. I do not own that.
I know, Dan. We figured it out.
I love Christina Ricci though.
Here we go. Oh, Cruel Summer. Nice. That's
Summer.
One of the I hate that they tend to not use the good covers when they do it. That's from what's their name? The Scream Team releasing. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. I should guess them more often because they're
Yeah,
tied
we
to
get them
horror.
quite a bit, but we always get the covers that aren't quite as cool as the other ones. But
Yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. I wanted to check this one out, so I'm happy with this pack. 4 for 4. I think this feels like a step up. Like it's good pack.
Yes, solid, and I know people who really like Monstrous too. So it's yeah.
All right, well, there we go. That's this month.
Wait a minute. How the fuck is Taylor Swift factor into any of these? Am I missing something?
Maybe her song is called. Maybe she has a song called "Cruel Summer" or "Monstrous."
Or Monstrous, yeah.
My friend Dahmer, her #1 hit.
Actually, Cruel Summer sounds like something that
I don't know if she redid it. There's like 3 or 4 versions of "Cruel Summer." So
I want to see the Dahmer song. I want to. Maybe she's got something really dark out there. Sex zombie or something. Taylor tried to go like really dark, didn't quite work out. I don't know.
That's why Pugs is a fan.
Her goth face.
Ben says, "Man, box." I was happy with this one. I didn't own anything in it, so
yeah, good variety of movies. Good variety. Right. So, on that note, now that you have been deboxed, I guess we'll kick it off with our first review of the evening, which is a big one. Highly anticipated film called Abigail from directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette. And in Abigail, after a group of criminals kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, they retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they're locked inside with no normal little girl.
Hot tag.
Kruger, go for it. What'd you think of Abigail?
Well, considering I wasn't like crazy about the last Scream movie, love Scream 5. Really, I going back, really like Ready or Not. Didn't like it the first time I watched it, but now I'm a fan. Man, this movie. One thing I will say, I feel like they've kind of built a Ready or Not world because this almost feels like a sequel in many ways. Like just because of the tone and the supernatural aspect, I feel like it's kind of taking place in the same world, and I fucking love that. And I like this movie even more than Ready or Not. I'm a big vampire guy, especially when the vampire shit gets gory and it's not just your, fang tooth, fucking sparkly bullshit vampires. It's your ravenous, monstrous, human sharks with teeth type of thing. And we got that in this movie, and it balanced the comedy with that perfectly. There's like Evil Dead level spews of blood going everywhere in certain scenes that I just thought was fucking awesome and I wasn't expecting. I love the little girl that played Abigail. I think she is the highlight of the whole fucking movie. Her acting and everything about her character, she just ate that fucking part up and was awesome. We got, granted, like it isn't kills galore throughout this thing. There's some off-screen stuff, but the stuff that is there is pretty good. And watching just people explode like we did in Ready or Not, but almost in a more gory fashion in this movie was pretty fucking awesome. So I think if you liked Ready or Not, you're gonna love this movie. And just for me, it's another feather in the cap for the Radio Silence guys. I think this is possibly their best movie that they've put out so far because it's just original and they like really built a good cast of characters. There wasn't any throwaway characters throughout this whole movie. I liked everybody. And then the vampires, the world, I wouldn't mind seeing more in this universe. And like I said, I feel like it really does fit with Ready or Not. So maybe we can build upon like this supernatural universe with weird being stuck in mansion type movies.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, see, other than the mansion setting, I didn't really like put it together with.
Well, the explosion, the exploding people thing.
That's too. Like one thing at the end, though. On the other way, they didn't really connect in my head till the guys are talking about it, and Daily Ghost is talking about it too. So Ghost, I didn't know, they didn't click to me, so don't let that go. And I think the only Scream reason is because fucking Melissa Barrera's in both of them, because there's no comparison. I don't think. I don't see the connection. So if you don't like those, I wouldn't let that affect you. I mean,
no, I would say this is definitely more Ready or Not tone than Scream tone. But I like the first Scream movie. I didn't like 6. So
I went into this. I thought this was going to be one I had to get through. The trailers did nothing for me. This was one I was like, okay, I got to get through this. That's what this one was for me when I went and saw it. And going in with that headspace, I fucking loved everything I saw in this, because it goes, it's nonstop, it's fun, and Dan knows modern vampire stuff doesn't work a lot for me either. I know he has the same problem.
Yeah.
But this one, it just had fun with the concept, and not
I
perfect,
think,
but it's a blast. I mean, it's what I want from a balls to the wall vampire movie. It's more grounded than something like Renfield, which I do have a blast with also, but it's different, and I think
Renfield leans much more comedy than this.
Yeah.
Well, I would say Renfield's more superhero movie. Like that's
it's bigger.
That's definitely more of a superhero horror movie.
I know
like
what you mean, because
Jason
of the
type of thing.
yeah.
But with this, like, I think this is just like a straight up good splatter comedy, just like Ready or Not was. You know what I mean? So that's where I draw the comparison, just because of the tones.
All right.
Yeah, so I wasn't like particularly excited either. I was like, okay, ballerina
Yeah, I think
vampire.
I think we were on the same page on this one going in.
Yeah, I mean, I was aware of this movie early this year, late last year, and again, I really liked Ready or Not. I was indifferent to the last Scream movies. I didn't hate them, just indifferent. So I wasn't too sure. The concept, I was like, little girl vampire for 2 hours. I don't know that that's going to sustain my interest. Shockingly, this is actually very good. Is it a horror comedy? It lent more serious, which I thought was good.
I get it, but also I don't know. I think it would just depend on how funny you find the characters too, because 2 of the characters specifically made me believe that this is more like comedic, especially with the big I forget what the fuck his name is, but the big Canadian guy. He has
Kevin Durand. Yeah,
he's more comedic relief, though. I have a hard time calling this a horror comedy. I don't think it's that. It has humor.
Yeah,
I think Ready or Not is more horror comedy than this.
It never gets too silly. And maybe the cast is amazing. Now, I gotta say, yes, it's a supernatural character, so obviously it makes sense, but I wasn't too sure about a ballerina vampire as your big threat. Alicia Weir, who plays our vampire, she's really good, and she manages to actually be intimidating. That's not easy to pull off. This is a really well-written movie. The script is fantastic. Every actor, Dan Stevens, who is all over the fucking place this year, is at the top of his game.
Dude, this was the best performance I think he's ever had.
He is just great. Those little bits of humor he hits, but also just a really interesting character. I don't want to reveal where everything goes, but creepy mansion setting, some twists and turns, a nice little surprise towards the end. I think they hit a home run. Is it better than Ready or Not? I don't know, but if you want a good vampire film, and we don't get those often, it's
we've gotten a lot recently, though.
Yeah, I mean, but overall, at least, again, modern vampire movies for me too, much like Todd, it's more miss than hit. This one knocked it out of the fucking park. It is just a fun summer, well, not summer yet, but pre-summer blockbuster. It's got something for everybody. Catherine Newton, who we just saw in Lisa Frankenstein, she's really good in this as well. It's scary, it's fun. And again, very well written. The dialogue between these characters, because the shit doesn't hit the fan immediately. These characters are all interesting. I'm invested in their backstories. I really I really just connected with everyone. Like Kevin Durant, who's always fantastic, Dan Stevens, and go figure, a lead threat by a 12-year-old girl, and she is great.
Yeah, fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm so ready to get her in more horror movies because she just ate this shit the fuck up.
Not a very different performance, but almost kind of like a Kirsten Dunst in Interview with the Vampire sort of thing,
Well, and the other thing I appreciated about this movie too, that Ready or Not didn't give me, is Ready or Not isn't gore filled. There is some really disgusting, like I said, Evil Dead type splatter moments throughout this film that like just it made my heart feel good, and I'm glad that they went that route rather than a more reserved fashion.
Yeah.
Like they could have easily cut out. They could have easily cut out half of those people puking blood all over the fucking place and everybody being absolutely covered. But they got their Sam Raimi on, and that made me happy.
Yeah, they really did. Because this is probably the most surprising movie of the year, because I was really just hoping for this to just be okay. I got a lot more than that.
You know what's the one thing that had me have hope though? Is 30 Days a Night. The best scene in the whole movie for me is the little girl scene, where they find her fucking eating that in the fucking supermarket. So that's exactly where my brain went. And I'm glad they went more of that style of vampire rather than just, I'm going to suck your blood and run away and turn into a bat.
Yeah. This one's deserving of the hype. It really is. Great night for family night at the movies. Maybe not that young, but it's something that'll probably satisfy everyone. And great family drama too. Melissa Barrera, I forget her character name. Her backstory I thought was really good, very sympathetic. And yeah, it could be their best movie. I'd have to watch Ready or Not again, but one of the better vampire movies I've seen in a very long time.
We've gotten a couple good ones though. Last Voyage of Demeter last year I thought was very solid, and then a few years before,
not a modern vampire though. That's the thing there. That's like, for me, it's like if it's current time, a lot of times I'm just kind of indifferent towards it.
Yeah, this had more of an interesting world though. I like the idea of what the fuck was that one movie that was all modern Daybreak or some shit like that?
Daybreakers, the Spirit Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too. And this kind of felt a similar.
I just remember that kind of being like a wannabe Blade, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
It's a solid little movie. They're undead. Their zombie movie I like better, but Daybreakers is good.
The Invitation. I remember liking that one, but I don't remember anything about it now. So how much did I really like it? You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that there aren't good ones. There is. It's just we don't get them that often.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Vampires
are more of a throwaway genre, usually with romance bullshit nowadays because of the Twilight shit.
What I think made this movie so good, like at times I was just into the fucking crime portion of the movie.
Me too.
Take the vampire aside, I'm like, I'm interested in who these people are and how they're just reacting being locked in this mansion together. That was all working. You could take the vampire and the horror elements out of it, and I was connected to it. Yeah, so highly recommended. I'm surprised I'm saying this.
Watching it, I was like, I think even Dan's gonna like this because it's delivering. Because I know going in so low expectations doesn't hurt. Well, it did for me. So I had a fantastic time with it.
Yeah, I did too. So worth a trip to the theater, guys. Also, shout out to the Rat Pack references. I thought that was pretty cool.
Now,
and Giancarlo Esposito, we didn't put him over. Breaking Bad fame, and he's got a new show called Parish. I meant to.
Yeah,
check out.
he's the shit in everything that he is in. He's also in video games too. He's in that Far Cry video game.
I've seen him in other stuff because I've never watched Breaking
Dude,
Bad.
he's such a goddamn amazing actor. It's so like, it makes me wish it makes me wish it didn't take up until Breaking Bad for his career to really like set off.
Did you watch Breaking Bad, Kruger?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't.
Can you tell?
Hold on. Though.
Eventually,
I didn't watch the movie after. I watched every episode though of the season, unless they did anything after the movie.
That's what I know him from. He's Mock Gideon on The Mandalorian.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Todd and I don't think anybody that's seen it in the chat will not agree. Breaking Bad, get on it.
Yeah, it's one of the best TV shows of all time.
My problem is every time I'm like, ooh, but I can watch The Shield again, and then
fuck The Shield, Todd.
I'm just gonna watch The Shield to get out of spite.
No, look, The Shield is great. I watched The Shield. The Shield is fantastic. This is even better. This could be a top. This could be a top 5 all-time show.
You know, I'm going to tell you like this, Dan. There's no way it has a chance now because it's aged. No, I'm going to tell you why. It's never going to beat The Shield in my eyes because it's aged, and the way I'll consume it now will not be the way I consume The Shield on a weekly basis over multiple years. The way it's absorbed will change it. Then you do.
Todd, I think you're gonna watch this show and fucking get your dick blown off. Let's be real. Like,
I'm not saying I won't like it. I'm just saying I don't
think you understand. I don't think you understand the severity of this fucking show.
I remember when that debuted, and I think I started watching like season 3 or something.
Dude, I didn't watch till it was all done. And I think I watched it was up until season 3, and I watched the last 2 seasons when they came out. But like, dude, Todd, it's life-changing shit, brother. Like,
here's the thing, Ben. I could, but it still won't live in the pop culture bubble it did at the time. So,
dude, it still does though.
It's not really the same experience. I get what you're saying. I can space it out. But I can't experience like I would in real time of the height of the show.
Motherfucker, don't rob yourself. Just watch goddamn
I'm not saying I'm not watching it, but I'm explaining why.
You have said that you were going to watch the show since I started this goddamn podcast, Todd.
Yeah, Todd,
4 years ago.
You really need the humor. The humor.
You know, I'm just going to put my foot down and not do it.
The humor.
Get on it.
All right, but anyways, we got to rate Abigail since we're already yelling at each other.
All right, Dan, what do you rate it?
I'm a 4.5 with room to grow. I mean, it is really, really good. I most surprising movie of the year so far for me. Not the best, but the most surprising.
I'm with you 100%. I'm 4.5 with room to grow. I feel like this could grow. I want to see this Abigail and Abigail from last year, the little Chucky girl.
Oh yeah.
There we go. No,
dude, Abigail versus Chucky would be more interesting than Megan versus Chucky. Let's be real. So, I'm 4 out of 5, and maybe some room to grow. But the only thing was I wanted a little bit more out of the kills because there was a couple off-screen things, but also we got people puking out fucking blood on Evil Dead levels. So 4 out of 5 for me. And but I highly recommend go see this fucking movie. It's going to be one of the best theatrical movies of all year.
Absolutely.
And Cliff knows what's up. Shield is number 1.
I haven't watched The Shield, but like also, dude, like you guys don't watch anime and stuff too. Like that shows as well. Like Berserk, like has to be in like top 3 best things I've ever watched in my fucking life.
Moving on now, I know Kruger, you did not get the pleasure of watching this one, but I'm really eager to talk about it, and that is Sasquatch Sunset from co-directors David and Nathan Zellner. And this movie follows a year in the life of a unique family. It captures the daily life in the Pacific Northwest of a family of Sasquatch with a level of detail and rigor that's simply unforgettable. All right, so obviously this trailer caught everybody's eyes, and it is something that I was really eager to watch. I mean, looking at the trailer, like, obviously, this is not a horror movie. I'll get that out of the way first off. It's dialogue free, 100% too. And it just, it's a year in the life of this family in the Pacific Northwest. As far as tone on this one, so there's some really solid acting considering that you can't speak. There's Riley Keough in particular, great job conveying emotion. There's a lot of emotional moments in this film, some sad ones. Unfortunately, I think it's overshadowed by some of the toilet humor for me. There is a lot of Sasquatch shitting, pissing, dangling brains. There is a lot of that. If you have any aversion to toilet humor, you're going to have a rough time with this one. I'll throw that out there. And it didn't work for me. Like,
obviously I don't, because I love trauma. Thank you, Dan. I thought you were going to suck this movie's dick. I was like, what the fuck? This is like the most white, pretentious bullshit I've had to watch since Skin and
Why's it gotta be white? They're Sasquatches.
You person of color had anything to do with that fucking movie, you're fucking smoking drugs.
Sasquatches don't have
Jesse Eisenberg's like the whitest motherfucker in the world.
Damn, Todd, coming out hot.
Kruger asked me if he should see this or Abigail. Did I make the right call suggesting Abigail?
Oh yeah, well, this is not at all a horror movie. I'm not saying I completely hated it.
It's funny because the trailer makes like not a person made a noise in this movie. Like one person laughed at one spot and it was like, okay, that was weird. It was like I always laugh at it. I'm just sitting there like
I wanted to like it. And I
did too.
I think the toilet humor really overwhelmed it. I think it works better when it's kind of a drama. Again, I don't want to reveal
they were making it.
They're basically searching for other Sasquatch. You don't know when this movie takes place. There are some developments towards the end, but it's essentially just a mostly plotless movie. You could kind of connect some things in your head if you wanted to. I thought everybody was really good. It's just like, okay, I get it. The Sasquatch is horny. He wants to fuck everything. I've seen them shit now. I've seen them piss. Like, this is.
But have you seen him throwing shit?
Yes, there you go. Like it's. I felt like.
But you know what? But it's funny. That's the part that to me made it most like animals, because that's what animals are going to do. They're going to throw your shit at you. They're going to do this and that. That's the part I think that kind of made that didn't bother me. Well, again, but I don't mind fucking all that.
I don't mind toilet humor either. I just think this it
was a mess of a movie. It didn't know what it wanted to be. It was trying. I don't know if it's trying to be edgy, if it's trying to. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely looking for white awards.
I don't think this is getting any awards, but I love cryptid stuff. I love Sasquatch stuff. And so there were moments that I
coming soon to Trauma 365, the capture of Bigfoot. Spoiler.
There you go. This is no Night of the Demon. It's not even a Harry and the Hendersons. I still think it's a curiosity piece. You don't need to see it at the movie theater.
Ooh, Dan, where's Pugs when we need? He's going to yell at you.
It's not an entirely positive review, so I don't mind saying that.
What other movies win white awards? Mean Girls? I don't know. I'll make you a list, man.
Yeah, Sasquatches are not even white. They have color. Or do they not?
Are you telling them they're black?
I didn't say this. They were. I just said they're not white.
Well, what are they, Dan?
Not white. Todd.
They're beasts of colors. Is that what you're saying? Why can't I've seen some white Yetis. What about you, Kruger?
Well, yes, but this is not a Yeti movie. Sasquatches are not white. I'm just saying.
Well, if you watch out for my review of the capture of Bigfoot, it looks like a goddamn white Yeti to me, motherfucker.
Okay, well, that's a Yeti, Todd. That's different.
Capture a Bigfoot, motherfucker.
They live in the fucking snow, Todd.
Yeti and Sasquatch are the same species.
Yeah, it's the same
They're just
family.
in a different they're in a different fucking like
region.
area.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be about color, Todd. And I didn't love it. I don't know why I'm getting yelled at. I just said it has its moments.
I know, it's okay.
Like the log scene. I thought that was pretty touching. You know, the humor and the drama don't balance well for me with this one. That's the big issue.
Yeah.
I thought it had a good ending. I like the ending. But yeah, just wait. Just wait. You don't need to go out and see this one unless you're just a big cryptid guy and watch all the Sasquatch stuff.
I don't mind. I go and support a fucking weird movie in the theaters. We get more weird movies in the theaters. I just didn't like this one.
Yeah.
And Brian Trash, Yetis are white. Thank you.
Yetis are Sasquatch or not. It's a little different.
Sasquatch is all. Oh my god.
Why cannot all Sasquatches and Yeti just live in peace and harmony, Tad? Why does it got to be a race thing between the Yeti and the Sasquatch? I don't understand.
I wasn't trying to make a race thing between all the Yeti and the Sasquatch.
That sounds
I was
like
just talking about the actors inside the suits being the fucking whitest and white.
Yeah, I know. Jesse Eisenberg fuck Jesse Eisenberg, I guess. The
fuck him and go buy a TV, you son of a bitch.
They had to go through Sasquatch boot camp for this movie, by the way. It
was good Sasquatch makeup, although they were all too small. That bothered me. The perception, they didn't look like big feet; they looked like little feet. They were proportionally, they were not big. They did not look big. None of them looked big.
Yeah, I mean the Offspring didn't. I thought the I mean they don't have character names, but the leader of the pack, I thought he looked pretty big.
Yeah, judging next to the trees, he didn't to me.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess it's not. They're not really intimidating in this because there's just not that element. But yeah, let us know what you think about this one. I'm really curious. Todd did not like it.
You still gonna check it out when it hits digital, Kruger?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
There we go.
Absolutely, dude.
All
Like,
right.
dude, I'm not gonna not check out the fucking Bigfoot movie. I'm glad though that you told me not to go and spend my money on it because I'd much rather just.
You made the right call.
Yeah, I much rather wait till I see it on a streaming service if it's like up in the air.
Yeah. All right. So what do you rate it, Dan? I'm sure you might be higher than me.
I'll be higher than you, but I'm only at 2. The tone doesn't blend as well as I was hoping, but it's still an interesting movie.
Yeah, I won't argue with that. I'm a 1.5. So you're Sorry.
There you go.
I mean, it's got looks great. I mean, there's great, but just the story itself would lack.
Yeah, great makeup.
Yep, right here. Here we go. Brian Trash gets it. Not as big as Bigfoot from the $6 Million Man.
That is true. That's a great episode.
Now, ultimate Bigfoot movie of all time, other than obviously Night of the Demon, I would say exists, and then Primal Rage has to be up there as well.
Not the clip I sent you last night.
No.
Those are 2 of the better, more recent-ish Bigfoot.
What was
movies.
that Bobcat one? The Bobcat?
Willows Creek.
Yeah.
I hated that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Fuck that piece of shit.
I haven't watched it, so I just
No, fuck that movie, dude. There's no Bigfoot in that fucking movie. Fuck that piece of shit. You don't see no Bigfoot in that. You just hear weird noises the whole fucking time.
He's the size of the Yeti from Shriek of the Mutilated.
Michael Finley, yes.
Right.
Creature from Black Lake, Night of the Demon. There's a lot of good Sasquatch content out there.
I mean, what's the fucking OG one?
Harry and the Hendersons?
Boggy Lake?
Legend of Boggy Lake.
Yeah, I love
Boggy Creek. Boggy
Creek, yeah.
Yeah, Creature from Black Lake. That's what else. Yeah. All right, so moving on to our next film, which has a complicated history, which we'll get into. But
It's
it
not
is
that complicated.
well, no, but interesting. It is The Strangers, a Hulu original, which follows Maika Monroe, who plays an unassuming young rideshare driver who is thrown into her worst nightmare when a mysterious Hollywood Hills passenger enters her car and they go on a ride straight to hell. All right, so go for it, Kruger.
Yeah, hot tag, because I've been a fucking Lyft driver before, so I 100% understand weird scenarios.
I don't think you'd get fucked with. Like I
No, dude, I had to pick up drugs and shit, like fucking being a Lyft driver. There's some shady shit you have to go through. I've had people puke in my car, fucking a lot of bullshit. Anyways, so I really liked this movie up until like the first 40 minutes, and then it took a turn and it felt a little preachy at times to me. And then also, like, I don't know, I felt way less interested in the story when we're like left to believe what's going on and what isn't, along with just the whole police characters getting mixed into. Like, I would have preferred if this was just a killer going after a ride driver or whatever. But we ended up getting something a little bit more out there and more, again, like I said, politically preachy in certain aspects that like it made me not care for the movie as much. It's not bad, but like at the same time, I would have liked it a lot more if we would have just more focused on this girl being chased by the stalker rather than, oh well, this is how the police is dealing with it, blah blah, and like all that. But I can see some people really liking it, but just for me, it was just average.
Well, since Dan didn't throw it to me first like he was supposed to, because I was going to tell you a little bit about this part. So we're going to backtrack a little. Because Ben brings up it was terrible, split one movie into 10-minute segments with 3 commercials each. So we obviously, well, we didn't watch it with commercials.
Todd, real quick, did you watch the Quibi version?
I did not. That's what I was going to get
to. I watched it on Hulu.
Yeah, okay. So this is the thing about this movie. Dan called me like, why does it say this is a TV show? Well, if anyone remembers Quibi, they did 10-minute, quick like shows on your phone. Yeah. Reno 911 was like the big one that they got, and they did a bunch of other ones.
We reviewed 50 States of Fear, I remember.
50 States of Fear was another one. So this was the other
one. Which was good. Some of what was good.
And basically they took that series and turned them into a feature. With Ben says, did you watch it with commercials or did you watch it when it was on the original? Because I don't know, because I know Hulu has commercials on the commercial plans. I don't know if they were playing every.
Yeah, my Hulu doesn't have commercials,
free, so. Mm-hmm. You didn't have to pay for Quibi. It was free on your phone.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay,
that was the whole gimmick. So you could.
I already forgot. It was a short run. Like, did Quibi make it a year?
Yeah, I think it was about.
Okay.
The killer dude and Stranger was awful. No presence at all. Quibi had commercials. So no, but Ben, did you watch it on Quibi? That's what I'm asking. Like, or did you watch the new cut on Hulu? Well, either way, I am curious though. I did there's gaps and there's stuff that don't make sense. You could tell, but I thought this was fun. I was interested the whole time. Yeah, some things are unbelievable, but for what it was, I thought it was a fun. You got to see parts of LA. I had a good time with it.
It did feel very LA.
Yeah,
especially,
I'm a sucker for that.
Especially when she fucking popped into that church with the taco stand outside. Like, yeah, that's LA as fuck.
And then you get the river basin too at the end. So it I did not last year. April to December. Damn, okay.
Oh well. Yeah, I knew it was quick. Okay. I figured you probably would just for the LA aspect. So I like Maika Monroe. She's always fun to watch. Dane DeHaan, who plays the villain Carl, he is good in other stuff. Cure for Wellness, big fan of that movie. Even that Valerian sci-fi movie he did, I thought was decent.
Oh, that no one saw.
That no one saw. He's not great in this, but he's playing a sort of tech incel character, so he's not really that intimidating. And it's hard to believe that he pulls off what he does in this movie. This is a very, very, very far-fetched movie.
Yeah, you gotta, if you like, the only way to enjoy this, you just kind of gotta let the things that would be kind of hard to do go.
You have to turn your brain off. The pace, it moves fast.
But that's obviously from being 10-minute segments, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's always like something happening. I wouldn't call this boring by any means, but what he's able to pull off, it kind of gets to that point where it's like, man, I'm just having a tough time swallowing this.
Oh yeah, it's
one thing that is a big, dumb writing is a twist towards the end involving the dog not a twist, it's a development involving the dog. It does not work that way. And anybody that has been through that process, I'm being vague, but it does not work that way. It's really stupid. It's just writing wise, it's a rough one. It's a movie that you could really pick at, and that's tough. There's also, this is an issue I've had with other movies, just guy throwing his life away for pretty girl he met for 30 seconds. There were a few things like that.
Dan, you should have some believability with that part.
Oh no, not in this case.
Now, but in the past it's different, is what I'm saying, Dan. You should have some believability.
I told you could not throw away that doll in my fucking dumpster. Now piss off. Yes. Older, bitter Dan says, fuck off. Maybe younger Dan would have
held the door open for Dan.
But yeah. Anyways, it does go a little bit. The problem with a lot of these villains that they're doing, these incel villains, is they do, and in this case, they just come off as whiny, and he's supposed to be intimidating. There's so many comparisons to this movie and The Hitcher that it's kind of crazy. They hit a lot of beats. This guy's, Dane DeHaan's no Rutger Hauer.
Well,
I do think he's a good actor, but Rutger Hauer was scary. He was a scary motherfucker in The Hitcher. In this, I'm just like, just vague.
Yeah, but see, if you're a woman, you're gonna be more scared of it than the fucking guy. You're gonna be like, that little pussy.
I suppose so, but I don't think I would just be able to smack the shit out of Rutger Hauer. It's still
speak for yourself.
Rutger probably, it'd be a tough one. Again, I don't want to get into spoilers, obviously, but there's just a lot of really stupid shit. The ending doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you think about it. There's a whole lot of like, how did you know this character would be okay and it would unfold exactly like that? How did you know they would be right there? If you think about it, this movie will, you're gonna dislike it more and more.
It's full of holes. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it was a fun ride. So that's where it's like, I don't really care. It didn't make that much sense because it wasn't that important. I was entertained the full time. I can't complain. After I was like, that was pretty stupid. How would he have had that connected already? There's a lot of things.
Yeah,
but watching it, I had a good time with it, so I'm going to give it a pass.
That's okay. What do you give it for a rating, Tad?
I'm going to give it a 3.5. I had a good time.
Oh.
God damn.
I cannot go that high. I'm a 2. It was just a little bit too stupid, and you could have.
I was in the mood I was really fucking high.
I'm curious to see how the Quibi version differs.
I don't ever want to see the Quibi one.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I am a 2 stars as well. I was almost a 2.5, but yeah. Like, I think the ending, especially 2 stars.
Yeah. And also Google search for how a certain thing with a dog works towards the end. That's not how it fucking works.
See, that would
so dumb.
See that set no alarms off in my head because I haven't dealt with it. So unless
Yeah.
you've dealt with it, I don't think people are going to get it. And I know what it has to do with, but I don't know exactly what is the part that is bullshit.
It doesn't.
Well, don't
work.
say it now on the air,
Yeah.
Dan. You can tell.
I won't. I will tell you later. But you'll probably catch it if you're a dog owner. But anyways, that is The Stranger. Too bad, because I do like Dane DeHaan and other stuff, but I do agree he was, I don't know, just generic incel sort of wino. All right. Dropping my notes.
Are we up to your solo, Dan?
We are up to my solo, which I dropped the notes. Sorry.
That's okay. Once you're all prepped, I'm going to disappear real quick.
Cool. All right. So I have a solo for you guys for a film called Exhuma from writer-director Jang Jae-hyun. And in this film, it follows the process of excavating an ominous grave which unleashes deadly consequences buried beneath. Just to expand on that a little bit more. So this is a Korean film that it picks up with this illness that is affecting the firstborn of each generation. And this family enlists the help of a geomancer, necromancer, and shaman, and a mortician to locate this grave and discover what this issue is with that this ancestor has. It's a supernatural story. It caught my eye. It is in theaters right now. It's not getting a lot of attention, which is surprising because it stars Choi Min-sik. And if you don't recognize the name, he is of Old Boy and I Saw the Devil fame. These are two, in my opinion, those two movies are stone cold classics of film in general. Two of the greatest Korean films ever made. And Choi Min-sik plays the geomancer, who is kind of analyzing this grave, trying to figure out why this ancestor is not at ease. Korean films, more often than not, they always deliver. Cross genre, in my opinion. There's one of the more consistent regions. Like if it's Korean, it more often than not, it tends to be really good. This movie, the first half, kind of a slow build, nothing particularly horrific or scary, but it's got a great eerie atmosphere. It takes its time to get where it's going. And I've talked about this before because there's kind of a sort of exorcism type element to this story. And it's always cool seeing that from a different cultural mythology. In this case, Korean shamanism. And this director's kind of known for, I guess, religious sort of folk horror. He did a movie called The Priests a while back that I remember enjoying. Also, Svaha, The Sixth Finger, which is another really good movie. Some really interesting Korean sort of folk horror. I've enjoyed his stuff. Where this starts versus where it's going, it does become something a little bit different. It's not a kaiju, but it is it is kind of a cool monster element to the story too that caught me off guard. I really didn't think we were going there. And I love this cast. The cast is amazing. If you do follow a lot of Korean cinema, again, Choi Min-sik, absolute legend. It's not the only thing I will say about it. I was kind of hoping it would be a little more scary than it is. We do get, like I said, some big special effects towards the end, a little bit of gore. It's a fun ride. It feels possible. I know this was a big hit in Korea and overseas, so who knows? Maybe we'll get a follow-up with some of these characters. I enjoyed it. Again, when I see Choi in something, I'm expecting something a level of Old Boy. I saw The Devil. I'm kind of spoiled with him. This doesn't reach that level, but it's a really interesting movie. Kruger, I think you might like it. It's a good time. It's a good time, and this director's been pretty consistent for me so far. So I will probably, I think it's Wellgo that distributed it, so it'll probably get a Blu-ray here shortly, and I do recommend it. Good atmosphere, and I don't want to reveal too much. It does delve into some history. I will say, I know there's some critiques out there of this film being a little on the racist side when it comes to one element. I've read a lot of people saying that. I'm not Korean, so I can't,
Is it racist to?
There's towards Japanese towards Japanese,
Okay.
because there's a sort of past element that they tie into the story. I'm trying to be vague, but it's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. It's one I would like to see more, because I do feel like there's more you could do with these characters. So check it out. If you're lucky enough to have a film that's showing Korean films, like I get most of them, most Korean and Indian films I tend to get. So I give this one a 3.5. It's really good. It's not the classic that I was kind of hoping for when I see some of these casts, but that is Exhuma. Check it out. And Todd, you might like it too. It does become something a little bit different towards the end. So anybody else see it, please give your thoughts in the comments, because this is not getting a lot of attention. Up next, you're good. You guys are good for the next review.
Yep.
Yo, you're muted, Todd. Sorry.
Yes, I was, because I've been coughing, so I keep muting.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure. All right. So up next, we have a Tubi original, which I was really curious going into this, because I've heard from multiple people, best Tubi movie ever made. So we'll see if it lives up to that. It is called Lowlifes, from directors Tesh Gutenkoda and Mitch Oliver. Sorry if I said your name wrong. And this follows the survival instincts of a road-tripping family are put to the test when they have no other choice but to stay the night at a remote homestead. Okay, so
yeah, this movie's so hard to like dance around what you want to say versus.
We're going to be doing
we'll
spoilers.
have a spoiler discussion at the end. We'll let you know.
All I will say is I really appreciated the twist this movie gave us. Great gore, great characters. Everybody is very interesting. The acting was fucking, for a Tubi original. Goddamn, they hit it out of the park. Reminded me of something like Chad Farron, honestly, would have done. It felt very much like a Chad Farron film, which is a great thing because I love basically everything that guy has ever done. So, yeah,
like
man.
like a cleaner version, though, without some of the extreme.
Yeah, he might have gone a little.
Yeah, he would have, but you get what I mean. The
No, I do. I do.
The,
I thought the same thing, just missing that like hardcore element.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but the gore element's there.
Yeah, and yeah, this was fun. I was shocked, honestly. Like, I was like, "Fuck, another Tubi movie, great."
Did you actually watch it before I'd messaged you?
No.
Okay, because like I was 8 minutes in, and I was like,
no, like once. Well, first off, like the opening scene has like one of the best throat slits I've seen all year, and I was just like, "All right, we're in for something decent." And but like, yeah, it has very good gore. they don't skimp out on that, and it had well thought out characters. I loved the family. I loved everything about it, and I really think they hit it out of the park. I want to see what else this director and writer have done, because this is pretty impressive.
One of the writers wrote Influencer, one that I guess last year made some noise. We reviewed it. Shudder original.
Influence.
I know. I'm trying to look it up real quick.
I'm trying to remember which one that is.
Oh, okay. I see the poster. While struggling when they go to Thailand.
Yeah.
Wait, with the one chick with the burnt face, or am I thinking of something else?
Well, the birthmark, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so that makes sense why the gore. All right, yeah, I get that. But I actually like this more. Like, and I highly recommend it to people that are like Tubi aficionados too. Like, this is going to be one of the better Tubi originals. And in my opinion, I mean, Phantom Fun World, I don't think that was a Tubi original, but it was just like released on Tubi.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say this takes the cake for the best Tubi original I've seen so far.
So going into this, obviously, I heard great things. I don't think it's the best Tubi original because I believe Where the Devil Roams is considered a Tubi original, and
fuck that movie.
Oh, I love that movie. But I will say this is very good. I saw the twist coming. I'm not going to say why. I'll delve into that. There is a character who kind of gives it away if you're paying attention. And I was like, yeah, I kind of see where this is going. The big twist is fairly, like within the first, 20 minutes or so. So it's not, a big ending twist. Having said that, the cast is amazing. You're right. Some of the better acting I've seen. This is not some ultra low budget kind of throwaway C-level movie. Really good practical effects. It's not entirely original. Like I will throw that out there. This one, I think, although very good, is just overhyped just a little bit for me.
It borrows a lot from other places.
It does.
I don't see. This is why I don't go into the community. Like I don't know how it's overhyped. I haven't heard anyone say anything about it.
Oh no, everybody's putting this one over right now. And for good reason. It is good. It's not like one of the best movies of the year. Good. I don't know if it would be in my top 10 even.
No, but you can't argue it's one of the best Tubi movies.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It maybe the second best that I've seen.
Going in to watch a Tubi movie, you go in with your expectations, expecting shit. Sorry, Tubi, we do.
Don't you think though they're turning that around? Because like we've watched a couple that were at least better than a like a sci-fi original. I can't place them all right now, but
see, that's a problem. Like I'll be able to say Lowlifes in like a month, in a year. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to say that with like the ones we already don't remember.
They made one thing that they do very well is making me like the characters. There's the one sister in particular I thought was very sympathetic. Her backstory. Her backstory, trying to go to college and, not living up to her potential. I get why people like this, and I really like it as well. It's just, I don't know. It's a good movie. It's just not this.
It's just that people like it too much. So Dan has to be like, no, it's not that great.
Well, it's not. Well, I'm not going to give it a 5, Ted. I'm sorry.
I wasn't either.
Not one of the best movies of the year, in my opinion, but I was entertained.
Well, I never said it was best movie of the year or anything of the sort. I said
it didn't blow my mind with the twist, though. I was like, okay, I kind of.
Does it really lie on the twist? What do you?
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't. I thought it was cool that they at least gave
it's
it
like
to
one
us right
part
away.
of it. I mean, you're really stuck on the twist part. I mean,
no, I mean, again, I enjoyed it, but after we get to that point, it's a very familiar movie. It's well made, just not. I don't know. I don't quite get this one, but I'll watch everybody's reviews on it after and see what maybe they saw that I didn't. But
it was fun. It was violent. It was mean. That's what I want out of
I like
horror
the ending.
movie.
I did like the ending, which I think a lot. I'm surprised. I think a lot of
Which
people.
you could argue is the real twist. So,
but yeah. I will say this is a good sign for Tubi. Tubi original now. They've had at least a few really good ones, so it's not something to
no more
dread.
terror trains. People do put those over too. Those movies are shit.
They have to hammer out at least 3 more like this to erase Terror Train. Those Terror Train fucking crap. I don't understand anybody liking those.
I see people who like him, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I know you guys like him. I don't get it. I'm not trying to gatekeep. I'm not being a Dan. I just legitimately don't understand.
I don't understand either. I don't get it. But oh yeah, Ben. I don't want to give away that line, but the pussy eating line was.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'd be glad I forgot. I was gonna put it on the screen. I took a picture of that one. That was my line of the year.
I'm trying really hard not to spoil this movie, but yeah, it's a funny line.
And it is better than People.
Yes. I think Time for a Little Finger Food was funny too. The cast is good. So we are going to talk open spoilers. So do you want to rate it now? Any closing?
Yeah, we'll rate it. We'll talk open spoilers, and we'll move straight into Chucky, which is also open spoilers. So,
okay. Anything to pimp? Well, let's rate it. I'm a high rating. I'm a 3.5. I really liked it.
Kruger.
Co-sign 3.5.
I'm a little higher. I'm a 4. I had a good time with it. I did have to watch it again. I'll tell it in spoilers. So
all right. So with that being said, you've been warned. If you haven't watched this yet, or the latest episode of Chucky, now would be the time to bow out. Anything to pimp though before, or are we saving that?
Kruger, you want to do it now or at the end? Then
at the end. Then
okay.
All right.
Then it's spoilers.
There you go. You've been warned. So I'll tell you what gave away the twist for me. The dad in the RV, he totally gives it away. I'm like, this dude's a fucking serial killer.
When did you give it away in the RV? I thought when it was outside.
Second I saw him, I think, or pretty close.
Yeah, but how?
Just his look, his man. I'm like, that's not the guy you're casting as the dad. In this going camping with his kids. I was like, oh
no, I didn't see it coming.
See, when I heard Calabasas, he made perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a cross between a sinister Jeffrey Combs and Patrick Bateman.
When you said it, I totally saw it because I ended up watching it, and then I
was like, okay, we're kind of doing a sort of Tucker and Dale sort of thing here, and I again, that's not to say that I didn't enjoy it. It's just for me, I was like, that you should have maybe changed his look a little bit. And part of that too may be because it was so hyped up that I thought, okay, so it's not going to be just a typical backwoods horror movie. So maybe that added to it. But the second I looked at that guy and he got a few,
so you're already looking into it.
Yeah, you could easily miss it. I'm not saying I'm, but I don't know. It seemed obvious that something was going on with him for me.
People saying We're the Millers meet American Psycho. I can get combining those two because of the idea.
Yeah, another one. Though,
I mean, it's not. It's well.
Yeah,
it's not as good as American
horror.
Psycho.
Would you call it a horror comedy? I mean, again, there's some funny bits, but it's mostly horror.
Horror comedy, dude.
Now, see, but anytime there's any humor in it, you're like horror comedy because I had a
no motherfucker. There's enough in here. When you have more than like 5 jokes, like
see, this is where we already disagree on this philosophy. Because to me, a horror comedy has to have humor built into it. like an Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein, like a Tucker and Dale. This doesn't have that humor built into it. There's humor that comes out to me like Scary Movie, horror comedy. Like that's more spoof.
No, that's
a little past.
Yeah.
But I mean, it needs like that for me. That's what a horror comedy. You need both. And this one, it's like there's humor there, but it's not humor in the horror. I think is my thing.
Yeah.
That's for me.
I think, like I said, the highlight for me was just the daughter. I forget the character name, so forgive me, but the backwoods daughter, and she was. I really felt bad for her. I genuinely did.
You were into the lesbians. We got it.
Shocker.
Of course, and I like that we kind of went with more of a downbeat ending. Also, though, again, very familiar with the cop shooting the wrong girl. It's not an original movie.
Well, yeah, they're going for homages. There's the chainsaw shot. You have the Night of the Living Dead kill.
Hills Have Eyes in the beginning.
Hills Have Eyes. There's some From Dusk Till Dawn. This movie is an homage machine. You watch it, look at it again. When I rewatched the second half, I noticed all the shit.
Oh, I noticed too, and I can see that's probably partially it's a nostalgia thing.
It's a love letter to
I don't think it would be in my top 10 now. Now it's been a good year, so yeah. So, but I'm glad people are liking it. It's a weird week because I really didn't think I would like Abigail as much as I did.
I watching it, I was like, I think even Dan's gonna like it, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, this one I thought would be like maybe the one this week. Sasquatch Sunset too. But.
That's the only one I expected to like. That's the one I did. But I mean, we have one more thing. Kruger, do you have anything else on television series? The return of your favorite actor?
Fucking Christ. No.
Well, it's not anymore because you remember last week Kruger was kind of cold on Chucky.
Does he not get what I was doing there?
Nothing gets past you, Daniel Shine.
Well, I'm just pulling it out.
He literally said if that motherfucker comes back next week. But you have to.
Do we have to do fresh spoilers, or are we just going right into it?
We're just going.
Okay.
Chucky.
This
shit
back.
This shit sucked. I'm sick of this fucking show. I'm over the fucking concept. I'm over Chucky being in the fucking White House. I'm over Devin Sawa's fucking bitch ass and having to see him fucking every goddamn week. He is the fucking joke that fucking is the definition of people beating the dead horse. Like, I am so over it. I get it. It's supposed to be funny. It's not fucking funny anymore.
No. See, this is the point that it got funny again because it wasn't funny the last time. It's that point where it went that one step too far. Well, like he's coming back, and then I saw him and I started laughing. It made me laugh.
I knew you laughed because you knew I was pissed. That's why you laughed.
I was, but you know what? It made the most sense. You have to at least give him that.
We should say we should say President dies, and then we have a double. So Devin Sawa's back in it again. And it's like. This is not amusing. I mean, look, I've kind of accepted the more Seed of Chucky elements that this show has. Now I don't know. It's just kind of lame. It's like Chucky's trying to launch nukes. It's like
he's trying to start World War III and end the world. Like, come on.
It's
but
just
you know what?
If
you think if Chucky had the opportunity to do that, he wouldn't do it.
No, I do, but like I honestly don't want to fucking see that. It's so hokey that like I get it. See, the Chucky is hokey as fuck, but this is like
I'll let you say this is horror comedy.
Yeah, like this is turning it up to a fucking another level that makes me just like not want to watch a show.
I do think that this show is. Man, it's at a point where it makes it hard to do another at least Brad Dourif themed Chucky movie. It's hard to get away from this now because it's like you've just gone so over the top. Now, granted, I said the same thing about Seed of Chucky, and they managed to bring it back with Curse.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Now
they can bring it back in.
This is kind of bad camp, and it doesn't work for a TV series now. It's like, what are we doing next week? Okay, Chucky's now in a rap group, or Chucky, like you could make up whatever crazy shit. Chucky's in a boy band. Like it's like, you're just beating a dead horse now. And this franchise, in my opinion, overall, even though, Seed, not the biggest fan, it's a solid franchise. It really is. I mean, I thought Curse was fantastic. I wish I could go back to where we left off with Curse.
Me too.
And even Cult. I mean, Cult didn't kill anything. It's
I
not
hated Cult. I still do.
But story-wise, like, you could have picked up from there and done a better film next time. I'm just like, yeah, it's like maybe sometimes this is a good example of it's not always a good thing when a creator can do whatever the fuck
I will argue the first season and the first half season of season 2 was very good. But then, like, since I think it was like a Christmas episode or some shit like that, like I just feel like it's been taking a dip, and then I'll get like a very cool kill and it'll bring me back a little bit, but now I'll just sit back and I'll be like, this story is so dumb. We're literally in the fucking White House with Chucky right now. Like, come on. I like it on a smaller scale, I guess. That's where I'm at. I'm fine with Chucky's like running around the town like gremlins, but then when you go into a wider scale where he's about to start World War III, that's just, I mean, again, I get the whole show's supposed to be ridiculous, but it's almost too ridiculous for me at this point.
I don't feel anything emotionally for any character now.
I know. Yeah, and I could not give a fuck if anybody dies. And that's the other thing I have a big issue with.
I like Fiona Dourif, but even with her, they've gone so over the top. Like, I do like her. I mean, I guess if you're going to continue, and I really don't think they should now, but if you're going to continue, maybe you can find some way to focus on her again. The kids can all fucking go. I've not been engaged with them in a long time. Even the Lexi character is not that interesting.
I'm assuming we just have 2 more episodes left, period. I haven't heard anything about a renewal.
Well, it should be 10 every season.
Are we? Yeah. Okay. I thought it was 8. It's 10.
No, it's 10. Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure it's not cut to 8 this year because of the strike? Because I thought it was 4 and 4. I'm double checking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're just finishing 3 off, and I don't know though. It might be renewed. I know Brad Dourif said he's retired except for Chucky. So I guess that's the one plus if they continue more Brad Dourif, but
I'm okay. Like I said, I don't care if he wants to give his voice up like fucking James Earl Jones. And so he's forever Chucky. I'm fine with that. Did you know? I didn't know that. Did you know that Peacock has a Chucky Yule log so you can just sit and watch Chucky?
I think I'm good, dude. Like I've said this about franchises before. There comes a certain point I'm okay if that's it, because those movies still exist. Like, you have them.
I'm down for like a Chucky versus movie. I think that would be a lot of fun. But
if you kind of have to ignore everything now, though, I think. But
I mean, yeah, not necessarily though, dude. Like, he could just
say that every time. You said that before the TV show. Dave.
He could just pop in Springwood, Ohio, and fucking next thing you know, Freddy's like, "Hey, get off my block, bitch." You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff you could do.
Yeah.
But I think outside of Versus movie, or we have Chucky in space, like we just go like into the future. Chucky has been.
But isn't that what you're complaining about though right now? Like
because
out there.
I think I'm complaining about it because we started reserved, small town setting, and now it's become something so big that I just don't care anymore.
You could send him to space, and that would be like, even though that. I get what Kruger is saying.
Though.
No, it's
it is though.
No, but hold on, motherfucker. It's not as dumb because it will be with different characters that I haven't been invested with this whole time.
Yeah,
like,
they need to clear the slate, kill everybody.
The first season,
we're not talking about the same thing.
Here's my thing: the first season with all the characters and stuff, it was very like personal, very reserved, and then it just started to get more and more ridiculous with bringing.
I know, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying the cure to ridiculousness is not more ridiculousness.
No, no, because I think this tone isn't bad, but I think everybody that is a core character is
so it's more about the cast than
absolutely.
Ridiculous. Okay,
I'm fine with the shit that's going on with Chucky, but like I don't fucking care about Lexi fucking trying to fuck the president's fucking son, you know what I mean? Like none of that. Like I would care more about these scenarios if we would have just started clean with new characters.
Yeah, no, if this continues, this has got to be it for even, and I love Fiona Dourif, but even Fiona Dourif, like at this point,
she's
like,
not even a big part of it. Like I would be fucking more intrigued if she was more a part of this season.
It's about time. Yeah. I will be surprised next week's her episode because it seems to go a couple on the kids and a couple on them. We have, I mean, Jennifer Tilly's barely, so I wouldn't be.
And that's my other problem. I'm more invested in Jennifer Tilly's story in this season than I am with anybody else.
You could do an. If you watch Game of Thrones, you get the reference. Oh, Red Wedding kind of thing, and just fucking kill a bunch.
There was that one episode. I can't remember if it was the first episode of the season or what. I was like, are they going to do it? I was like, they might do it. There was what I was hoping, and it was like maybe they were going to do it, and then of course they didn't, obviously, because we're here.
And again, now I know there's somebody that will probably listen to this and just say, "I love the show," and good for you. I'm glad you like the show. But there is no doubt. There's no doubt, like, and I've said this like just about every. I mean, we will get a good episode.
Yeah,
I've said now I cannot name off the top of my head, and I know somebody is, but I can't name a single fellow YouTuber that's still paying attention to this show at all. Like, and
the only reason we are is because I'm fucking
well, because nobody else really is. So it's like, yeah, I don't mind covering it. I've come this far. I'm
you kick and scream sometimes, Dan. You're like, do we have to?
I am, and I it is what it is. At this point, you can't really salvage
my thought process is at this point we're almost done with the series. I don't see.
Yeah, I'm too far in to not finish it. But I got if they greenlit season 4 and these kids are the centerpieces, I might not watch season 4. That might be
says that every year.
I'm a trooper, but I don't know. I don't know that it's just a shame. They have ultimately run this one into the ground. They really have.
It's hard with horror TV because you got to come up with a lot more quicker weekly, and then it runs your stories faster. All right, I'm pulling the spoiler gimmick. I don't think.
There you go. So that was Chucky.
I couldn't figure out if we have 8 or 10 though. You think 2 more too?
I think it's 2 more. I'll double check, but you know, we're in it till the bitter end.
It was 10 last season.
So. Yeah, I think because of the strike, we got cut to 8. It's been 8 every season. Actually, I'm looking right now.
Bullshit artists, really?
No, yeah, all are 8. 1, 2.
Let me pose this question, and I think I probably know your answers, but with this series now, are you maybe a little less enthusiastic for a Halloween show or Crystal Lake, or like, is it dissuaded you a little that maybe it doesn't always work?
It's a different fucking company. Like, I'm not gonna fucking have
I get that.
Chucky fucking dissuade me from fucking being excited of a fucking Jason show. Like, that's dumb.
Here's why it doesn't work
is in the TV format.
Well, that's why it was a problem then. But here's why it doesn't. I fucking totally lost my train of thought. I was going. Go ahead, Kurt Green. I'll come.
For me, Friday the 13th has so much fucking. There's fucking 12 movies to play from. There's a lot you can do in the TV format, depending on how you're gonna do it. I'm not that concerned about it. I'm also very excited just to have something Friday the 13th. We haven't gotten anything since 2008, so it's not like Chucky where we've gotten a few movies over the last couple of years. Now we've gotten a TV show. that's one of the franchises that's been very scarce. Same reason why I'd be excited if I got a Nightmare on Elm Street show, or same reason why I'm still excited that we're getting another Hellraiser movie, because there was that big gap of just either garbage Hellraiser movies or just nothing.
Has there been an update on the Hellraiser TV show, or is that kind of dead at this point?
I guess it's dead at this point. If you have,
yeah,
probably one of the victims of the strike. The one thing different and why I'm not like apprehensive about the other ones, I know the other ones, they're going to live in their own world. They're not going to give a shit about continuity. They're not going to give a shit about continuity after they're done. It's going to be their own thing. You know what I mean? They may use some of it from the past, but it's not like Chucky where it's like, we use every fucking thing. Fuck y'all. So, like, that kind of paints Chucky in a corner for the future, because I think they're not losing that continuity as long as Dawn's alive, which I hope to the grave they'll make it work. And you don't have to worry about that, I think, on like a Friday the 13th. Now, I do think the same problem lies that it's lied 30 years ago when they tried to do these shows. How do you do a slasher series, a victim a week? Then it gets repetitive and the normal people don't want to watch it. I mean,
well, remember also Chucky's verbal. Jason, Michael.
Well, no.
Verbal.
So it's not going to be about that. But isn't Crystal Lake about Crystal Lake?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some different things. I've heard some things that don't sound awful. It's just, it can't be too Jason heavy.
Yeah, but I think there's much more to that story than there is about a killer doll. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean,
but it's not about, but that's about the characters around him, not really about Jason.
And that's the thing. Like, you got to nail the human drama. And maybe they will. I'm not saying, because this, at least as of now, I'm going to say, if not a complete failure, like,
literally all you need is just Kid Jason walking in on somebody getting fucking dick down, and then a bunch of people beating his ass, and then he fucking drowns in the lake the next fucking week. You're sold. Like,
yeah, but who says they're going to use that? Here's don't even know if they're going to use that. That's the thing. We don't. They may just say, "Ah, no."
No, I'm just saying though. Like, if there's that possibility is very much.
Yeah, that's the easiest way.
My prediction was something like a Crystal Lake. The enthusiasm is going to be through the roof, as it was with Chucky. By the time you get to season 2, that's going to be really interesting to me.
I don't think you need necessarily a fucking whole 3-season series out of that either, though.
Yeah, I don't know how. I can't even remember. I've heard a million things about that show. I can't remember what's actually happening. But if they are trying to make it extended, I think enthusiasm will start to dip. But I hope I'm wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, because obviously we're watching it, so I want to be.
I was there the first wave, and I'll be here through the second one. I remember the Friday the 13th series. I remember Freddy's Nightmares, how it all went down.
Yeah.
We had to relive all of Freddy's Nightmares.
I mean, a Freddy.
But you saw some classic Freddy material you would not have seen elsewhere.
This is true.
And your favorite burger stand. The BB boy.
The worst.
I'm gonna start chanting that. Well, not you. I meant someone in wrestling.
If you chant at me, you may get a fucking straight tube to the head.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna chant at my boy.
Beefy boy, you see me chuck a tube straight at your head.
I was gonna say this, but I'm glad I caught myself. I was gonna say I'll tweak it for Munch, and it'll be won't be beefy anymore.
But yeah, that brings us to the end of our reviews. What do we got coming up next week, Todd? I'm not even really sure what we have next week.
I don't know.
To be announced. I thought we had one, but to be announced.
No Tubi next week.
No Tubi. But we do have some stuff to pimp. Again, we will be live again this week, Friday night, late night, for Hatman / birthday stream. So come hang out with us.
Dan will eat a cake from the back live on stream.
Yeah, you never
Now
know.
you got to get a cake, Dad, for the stream. And
Oh, Ben did announce. Well, he didn't announce, but the Indonesian horror movie, whose name I'm forgetting right now, Dancing Village something. I am seeing that, so if nothing else, you get a solo of that one.
Okay, I'll have to see if we got it. Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, this week there isn't. We'll see if I make it to the movies tomorrow. As of now, I'm going.
Yes. All right. So there's that, and Kruger is on his tour of destruction. Right?
Yeah,
now.
wrestling pimping. I am going to be in Amarillo, Texas for OXW. Ain't no party like a Hope of Man party in the main event in a barbed wire frenzy match versus Mosh Pit Mike for the OXW Bunkhouse Championship. So if you're in the Texas area this Saturday, come check it out. And we got a couple promos that we're going to play just to hype the match. But yeah, very excited for that. And then also I will be in Alabama the following week for IWA Mid-South Presents Southern Outlaws. And I will be in the main event on that show, shown on streamxbw.com. I think the pay-per-view is $17.99. So guys, I don't usually ask for this, but if you want to support me and support my wrestling career, please, Sunday, May 5th, go on Stream XPW, pay that $17.99, and watch a bunch of backwoods, southern crazy maniacs fucking mutilate each other and watch me go and kill in the main event of this fucking match. Because I promise you, I'm going there to put on one of the best death matches in my career, and I really fucking need your guys' support. So please, it's $17.99 on streamxpw.com. If you can't afford it, please come and support and watch me and Bryant Woods tear the house down. But on that note, let's play some promos for OXW.
I'm still okay.
Oh.
You're good. Yeah. All right. Okay.
like that video. I get it, man. I really get it. You are the horror show. You're a scary movie. You're terrifying. I get it. If anybody sees that, they're going to think, oh my God, this man is a killer. I dig it. And I dig it because I've seen you and I know that you can be a killer. But here's the thing. This is my fucking time. I'm the main character. I'm here to defeat every single one of those super villains. You might get back up, and I'm going to put you back down. Jump scare, and then I put you back down because I am never ever losing this title. I'll be 16 feet under the ground. I will be stabbing people, interrupting my promo, because I'm never going to lose this fucking belt. On April 27th, I better see you in Amarillo. Otherwise, you have to watch it on the fucking news.
There we go. I wouldn't want to be mosh pit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when the mask goes on this weekend. But yeah. So if you're in the Amarillo, Texas area, come on down to OXW and check me and Mosh Pit Mike tear it up, and then stay tuned for the fucking picture I'm gonna probably have in front of the Terry Funk Memorial fucking graffiti sign right outside the venue. I am so I'm more excited about that than anything. Just be all fucked up and just take that picture in front of that. I'm so fucking
all I know is we're excited for the Southern Outlaws too. Dan wants a video diary of your adventures with Hillbilly.
Yes. You gotta get some overalls.
If you see me go off fucking some U-Haul, you know what happened. You know what happened.
No, that's gonna be a blast.
Man, I gotta be in there. It's gotta be there for 3 fucking days. I'm coming there the fucking Saturday before. Fucking then spending all Sunday there, and then literally I'm there all fucking Monday until 7:00 in the fucking afternoon. My flight leaves, so I'm gonna fucking be drinking moonshine, fucking playing banjo. I'm fucking ready, dude.
Remember, if you fall asleep this time, you're stuck there.
Yeah, no shit.
You don't want to be falling asleep on the flight out.
Yeah.
Kruger just
you will be Confederate Kruger.
Hitching back from Alabama.
All right. Do we have any other matches to promote?
Well, we have one other one, and that will be on May 30th. Me and JD Horror will be having our rematch under the Crimson Sea. About 10 years in the making of this motherfucker. So this match specializes in fish hooks and other sealy fucking weapons. So make sure to get your
coral.
ticket.
Yeah, the coral. That's the rough stuff.
Coral, we use coral and seashells and shit.
Yeah, fuck all that. You guys are
fish hooks. Fucking, it's gonna be a fucking massacre. Round 1 of Kyle Wilde's Crimson Crown Supreme Violence Tournament. What is this, 4 or 2? Supreme Violence.
This is 2. Yes, 2.
Yeah. So the second Supreme Violence Tournament. Plenty of people on the card that are deathmatch legends: Madman Pondo, Casanova Valentine, Homeless Jimmy. There is a mystery entrance in there as well, which I'm very much looking forward to seeing who that is. But yeah, get your tickets May 30th in honor of our late great deathmatch legend Supreme's birthday. We're going to be having a deathmatch and tearing it down in LA for him. So.
Yes, that's going to be awesome. And a lot of blood. A lot of fucking blood.
Yeah,
Jaws has nothing on Kruger, JD. You got an ass whipping coming to you.
Let's go. All right, Todd. I think that's it.
I know. I was trying to remember the date of the other show.
May 5th, April 27th.
No, I was going to promote the XPW. Look what you made me do.
Oh yeah.
On stream XPW June 23rd. XPW King of the Deathmatch Champion Homeless Jimmy. CCW Games Supreme Violence Champion Homeless Jimmy. Well, yeah, so
I'm excited. On that note, come again hard. Fuck you, Cruel. And all that good stuff.
There you go.
Fuck Mads too. What's the other one? I forget the middle one.
Yes.
Logan, right? That fucker.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Whatever you do.
Fuck.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't fall asleep. Fuck Logan Creed.
There we go.